Hello everyone, it's Dave here from Save Decks,
And I'm Sophie.
and July has come to an end, so we are here to bring you our sort of diary entry of what we've been getting up to through the month of July gaming wise. So basically we're going to talk about just the highlights, the things that stood out for us this month. It's been a pretty good month for us. Our subscriber rate has gone up. We're nearing 200 now, which is fantastic. So if you want to join the party, make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up with us in the future. So let's start off by talking about the first game that highlighted this month, and that is the game we've been looking at footage of so far. That is Tetris 99, because we got a theme based on Xenoblade Chronicles. Do you like
Nice.
Xenoblade Chronicles?
Yeah, I haven't played it.
Oh, okay.
I watched you play Xenoblade 2.
Yeah.
And
Did you like it?
the voice acting is just next level.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, so good.
Yeah. So yeah, we got a good theme for that. They sort of add them periodically. Another interesting thing that happened was my brother and I tend to play this when we're together. We sort of play a game that we call Beat That Amigo, where he'll play around online, and whatever position he finishes, he'll say to me, "Beat that, amigo," and then I've got to play my round, and I've got to finish at a better position than he did. And if I do, I say to him, "Beat that, amigo," and it's his turn. If I don't, then he wins overall. So then it keeps on going until someone fails to reach the number that the previous person did.
Who won?
Well, he came like around 70th on his one,
Okay.
which was a pretty easy one to beat.
Yeah.
So he said to me, "Beat that, amigo." And I said, "All right, I will." And then I came first.
So you did beat that
So
amigo.
I said to him, "Tie that, amigo," because the rule is if it's a tie, if you get the same number, then it counts as if you beat them. Then the person has to go. It's until you finish at a worse position than the previous go.
Oh my
But he
God.
failed to come first.
Of course.
So on that topic, Paper Mario theme I think has hit the game today, so I'll be checking that out once we've finished recording this, so stay tuned for that one. So game number 2 we'll talk about is Animal Crossing New Horizons. What happened there?
Yeah, so as you know, they've had the diving update where you dive and you collect the sea animals. And I recently went to see my little brother, who also has a Switch and Animal Crossing. And he came over to my island, and you know he looked around it, and then he was like, "Let's play hide and seek." Now it started off really good. We just hide somewhere and then have the other person find you. But then we started running away, and one of the things that I did was jump in the ocean, and every time he'd run past I go, "I can see you," and then he eventually figured out, but it was just really funny, and I'd scream every time he'd get near me, and it just made him laugh, and it was just
So
really
he
funny.
didn't realise you were in the water?
Not for a long time.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
But it was really funny because he was like, "Where are you? I'm like near where you're saying that you can see me, but I can't see you." And I was like, it was great.
Yeah. So game number 3 out of 10, by the way. Again, is Overcooked. Now this is a game we've been playing for quite a while, and we sort of dive back into it every now and then and just go for those 3-star ratings. Basically what we do is we do a dummy run on each level first, so we can work out our roles, like basically who's going to do what, who's going to be cooking what, and who's going to be chopping, who's going to be going to the windows, washing up. But we did quite well this time, which is why this stood out, because we got to the final boss, what looks like the final boss.
Yeah, it is.
We did a few attempts on it, and we didn't realise it was like a 12-minute session,
Yeah.
and we thought we'd beaten it, but then this last section came up and we had half a minute left,
Yeah.
so there was no time. So really, we're going to have to really synchronise exactly on each thing, it looks like.
So the only problem with that is that I guess they're meteors, which is hilarious because it's kind of a pun.
They're meatballs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like flying through the air, and they'll hit the workstation and it will set a light, and you have to go and get the whatchamacall, what's it called?
Fire
Fire
extinguisher.
extinguisher. That thing that blows it out, and then extinguish the fires.
It's just a bit annoying when you fail it at the end, and it's just like, that was like a 12-minute session,
Yeah.
and you just don't you feel a bit deflated into trying it again straight away?
Except it's kind of made me want to play the second one.
Yeah, I have played the second one before. It's really good. I've sort of been waiting for us to 100% this one before getting the second one. But I think maybe we should just
get it.
just bite and just go for that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so going to numbers 4 and 5 at the same time here. We're dangerous territory here because the Super Nintendo app got an update as well as the Nintendo Entertainment System app. 2 new games we've been playing on there. First one is Donkey Kong Country. Talk about that very briefly. I played that several times on the Wii's Virtual Console. Never owned it back in the day. Never had a Super Nintendo. So this was my first time playing the game with a Super Nintendo controller because I own one of them that came with the Nintendo Switch Online, the replica one. Before on the Wii's Virtual Console, the several times I played through it was always with a GameCube controller. The GameCube controller is horrendous to play Super Nintendo games on, so it was nice. This was probably the best session I've ever had on Donkey Kong Country because of that. Okay, then this wrestling game came on called NCW.
Oh yeah.
What did you think of that one?
It's like I kind of want to play it again, so because somebody commented what the actual moves were, what you had to press to do the moves, so it'd be interesting to do it again.
Yeah, it's annoying that because on the Virtual Console you could bring up an instruction manual digitally, but I've never been able to see that on the NSO app. So it's annoying that this one needs sort of like an instruction. So yeah, we did a nice video on this one, which I'm surprised it got as many views as it did. We looked at it just now. It's got 316 views, which for a wrestling game, that is very, very appropriate. Wrestling fans will know what I'm talking about. So let's just move on from there to another video that did surprisingly well. That is POKKEN Tournament, got a free trial for a week, so I've been playing that. I owned it on the Wii U. I didn't see the need to buy it again on the Switch, so this is quite a nice idea to give us these free trials so you can try out the games just to see if it's something I'd play. I don't know if it is something worth buying again for me.
Was it a similar sort of thing?
It's the same game. There's some extra characters, but it's not really worth it for me because Charizard's all I play as.
What's the extra characters?
Oh god, I can't. One's called Darkrai, one I've never heard of.
Yeah.
One is Caesar, which is one I have heard of.
Okay.
Empoleon, who's the fully evolved one of Piplup, who's the water starter in Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah.
And the 4th one, I have no idea. I cannot remember.
Cool.
Krogunk, I think.
No idea.
No idea. And there's 2 DLC characters you have to pay extra for, but I'm not going to get them anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't know if it is really worth it for me. But that video, I'm surprised that one got as many views as it did as well, really.
Yeah.
But that's all good, all good. People are watching, that's all good.
For sure.
Okay, so the next 2 games we'll talk about, these are numbers 7 and 8. I purchased Disney action games, or Disney classic games, whatever it's called, with Aladdin and Lion King on. What did you think of those games?
Yeah, they were really good. I remember Lion King. I can't even remember what it was on, but it was really old, and I remember being in black and white.
So probably the Game Boy one,
yeah,
which is on here.
But I'm not entirely sure because we played both the Game Boy one and the
Mega Drive
one, and it was like similar. So I don't know which one I had.
Similar.
Well, it was my sister's, but yeah, hilarious.
So anyway, so when it comes to this, I had the Game Gear Lion King growing up, which is not included in this for some reason. And a lot of people are lamenting the fact that the Super Nintendo version of Aladdin isn't included in this one. Now, the reason there is because that was made by Capcom, and these are all the Virgin games made. But the Virgin made the Game Gear Lion King, so I don't see why that's not included. But it's because the Super Nintendo Lion King and Mega Drive one is really hard.
Yes.
It's known for it, and they apparently did it hard on purpose because they didn't want people renting it and beating it over a weekend.
I never got past the giraffes. Never.
No. So yeah, we've been using the rewind feature just so we can sort of learn the levels, but I want to beat these games
without that.
Yeah, properly. But I'm sort of using the rewind feature just to learn the levels. So
Aladdin was good though.
Yeah.
I've never played that one, and
No,
I really enjoyed it.
I've not played the Mega Drive one. A lot of people say it's better than the Super Nintendo one, but so I've yet to see it all enough yet. But yeah, very good games. The music and graphics are fantastic.
Oh yeah, for sure. But what was weird is that they had Prince Ali music at the start.
Yeah,
and it just didn't make sense because obviously he sings
One Jump Ahead. Yeah, and One Jump Ahead comes into it in the later level as well when he's in Agrabah, like the streets again. So why didn't they? Sense, does it? It's kind of like in the opening level of Lion King. Yeah. It plays the sort of like the music that plays at the end of the film when he's taking the throne finally.
But I suppose that is kind of stuff.
I suppose it is. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, makes sense. So anyway, number 9 we're going to talk about, that is Paper Mario the Origami King, a game I played through the entire game in like a week. I did a review of it, which is up on our channel if you want to check out my full thoughts on it, but I thought it was a very good game. I won't ramble on about it now. If you want to know my full thoughts, there's a review up on the channel. So we're going to go on to number 10 now, the final game, like highlight of the month. Just viewer discretion is advised here because this is a mature game, it's a scary game. It is, and also people should warn, we always talk about Nintendo. We're going to go onto the PS4 here, so no offence meant here, Nintendo fans. It is the Resident Evil 2 remake. Yes. Finally got round to playing this one. What did you think of it? You watched me play it.
It was horrifying. I hate zombies, and but I couldn't stop watching.
Yeah, it's I did play the classic Resident Evils back in the day. I had this on the N64. And the GameCube remake as well, or port rather. But I've never been a fan of the camera angles in those old games. I prefer the over-the-shoulder ones, so that suited me here. Yeah. But it is still survival horror. Like, your ammo and health things are restricted. If you shoot a bullet and it misses, it feels like a huge blow to you. And so that was really, really good. It had the tense atmosphere. But a lot of people talk about the lickers as like being really scary, but I find them more annoying than scary. I wasn't scared by them at all. No. What did scare me though
is Mr. X.
Yeah, I think he's called Mr. X. I think he's also known as the Tyrant.
Oh, he's horrible.
When he first approached me, I don't remember him in the original at all, so I just laid all my bullets into him thinking I'd kill him. But you can't kill him, he's like the final boss in it. But he just chases you and he's relentless.
When does he stop chasing you?
Never.
What?
He sort of appears periodically, I think.
Is it until it the next cutscene happens?
Probably. But the thing, you hear his footsteps. That's what it is. What scared me the most, though, was I ran through this police station, the central hall, which is like the main hub area, if you will, like the safe zone always. Yeah. He can turn up there, which is great. So I went through... I was running away from him. I got back there, thought, okay, I'm safe. So I carried on, went through this door, made my way up to the top area, and I came through this balcony area that's above the central hall. Yeah. And I heard the footsteps, and I looked down, and he came and marched through that central hallway where I was earlier, and went through the door that I left in, and just knowing that he was chasing me still, just really, I hate being chased in things. That's like the scariest thing for me. Yeah. And so, yeah, this game was scary, but very, very good game. So yeah, those were our top 10 games that we've been playing this month. So what have your games been? Let us know in the comments down below what you've been getting up to. And we're ready for August. We've had Ring Fit Adventure arrive in the post today. Yay. So we'll get on with that. And as I said earlier, the Paper Mario theme has come to Tetris. So I'll be getting on with that. Cool. So thank you all for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye.